semen retention gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro, at the end of the day, you can even see the back. You can see how big the back is getting from the front. But to stay on topic, at the end of the day, you gotta power up into that big, tall Mario. At the end of the day, like on Mario Bros, you gotta power up into the big Mario. Then you just stepping on all lust. But every time you lust, you get shorter. Now you walking around like this towards women. And women that are using SCX as a weapon, all women in the dating game, that's all women in the dating game. Their SCX is a weapon. So listen, they're just gonna step on you. You're gonna get stepped on. Listen, you're gonna get defeated. Listen, every time she take your seed, you're getting defeated. I repeat, every time a woman take your seed, you're getting defeated. And every time you release your seed, when you retain your seed, 365 plus days, you walking around like the big Mario. As soon as you release you, every time you release you, you going like that, like on Mario Bros. Listen, at the end of the day, you naturally will full testosterone. High testosterone. Listen, you gotta understand this is a jungle. And if this is a jungle, you gotta walk around like the big Mario every day. Listen, every day, all day. At 3 a.m. when most dudes are being internet warriors and they're choking their chicken on the internet like a warrior. Listen, at the end of the day, they're not dropping content. Those are internet warriors. At the end of the day, they're the trolls because they keep on so that's why they mad. You walking around all like this, boom. Boom, the whole ground shaking. Listen, when you retain your seed, it's like the whole ground shaking, bro. You avoiding and fleeing from all temptation. Soon as you don't flee from that temptation and you release, you're gonna get smaller every single time, bro. You're gonna power down, bro. Instead of powering up, instead of trying to go on a generational run, listen, you have to walk around like this, like the big Mario. Nobody's walking around like the big Mario, making the ground shake. At the end of the day, you gotta walk around full of strength and power up, just like that. The seed is gonna make you, the seed is gonna do that, bro. You gotta retain for dear life. If you don't retain for dear life at the end of the day, what are you doing? Are you trying to get 5,000 taxed on you every tax season by Uncle Sam? What are you doing? Do you want to live at your mother's house while you're 70 years old? What are you doing? Do you want to be at your mother's house under your mother's roof at 50? What are you doing? Listen, it's time to power up. It's time to retain your seed and go on a generational run and drop content after content after content. Listen, it's time to have more than one YouTube page and we're not being a sideline watcher. The sideline watchers are all while they're watching us going boom, boom, boom. We walking around with the biceps. Boom, boom. Listen, this is a jungle. This is why all these dudes catching all these cases, they getting attacked. People don't like them. People talking down on them. They ain't feeling sad. As soon as you control your lust, that's when you could finally power up into that Super Mario, bro. But you're not going to walk around like Super Mario, bro, when he powered up. As soon as you release. You go right back down. Now you got to run. It's just like Pac-Man. Soon as you got the seed, all the ghost is running from you. Soon as you release, all the ghost is chasing you. All those evil spirits and lustful spirits, they're all chasing you. You got to understand. Listen, at the end of the day, there's no reason a man should want to smash a woman. I repeat, there's no reason a man should want to smash a woman. Listen, a man should want to be and remain strong as long as possible until he's established and feel like, man, I need to pass my seed on to the next generation. That's when you indulge in your wife. Once you want to pass your seed and pass your genes on to the next generation, these dudes not trying to pass their genes on to the next generation. They're trying to trap a woman. I repeat, a lot of dudes are trying to trap a woman and then they end up getting trapped and taxed like Uncle Sam. I repeat, a lot of guys are trying to trap women with the seed, But in actuality, it comes back to bite you back in the butt because you get trapped and taxed by Uncle Sam. Listen, this is the United States of America. At the end of the day, listen, when you bust, that's supposed to be to pass your seed on to the next generation. After you accomplish, after you conquer. Listen, the Bible told you you are more than a conqueror. At the end of the day, you are more than a conqueror. Why can you not control your lust? Why do you want to be weak? It's not that guys can't control their lust. They voluntarily, they just want to be weak. They're so used to being weak. They've been weak for 14 to 20 to 30 years of their life. So since they've been weak that long, they think it's normal to be weak. It's not normal to be weak. It's not normal for you to just want to fall for temptation. At the end of the day, listen, what the world does, what the majority of the people, what the 98, 97% of the world does, that has nothing to do with us. We're righteous men. Listen, we're serious men. Ain't no serious man who's taking over the world focused on a woman's thighs. What is her thighs? Listen, her thighs is her thighs. Her camel is her camel. At the end of the day, her bubble is her bubble. That's not for you. I repeat, that's not for you to worry about. You worry about taking over YouTube. You worry about content creation. You worry about these buys and these tries. You worry about eating good. You worry about getting the SRT Dodge Demon, the SRT Dodge Hellcat. So every temptation that comes your way, it just makes it easier to dodge. I repeat, it makes it easier to dodge. And at the end of the day, when you got the Dodge, you getting straight to the multi-millions. Listen, if you got merch and you got a Dodge Hellcat, listen, and you dropping content, oh yeah, you have value. You have value. At the end of the day, listen, you gotta flee from all temptation. I'm using the Dodge SRT Hellcat not to go pull up on Sexy Red, but to dodge all temptation. I'm dodging all cat. Listen, these women are not your wives. You are not marrying these women. These dudes are chasing women that they're not going to marry. I repeat, these guys are chasing women that they're not going to marry. That's called insanity. Guys who keep dating. The first relationship didn't work out. You you got smaller. She took your energy. Second relationship, she took your energy again. Third relationship, she took your seat again. Bruh, that's insanity. You keep doing the same thing every relationship. They keep taking your seat and they keep leaving you. At the end of the day, listen, Monk Mode gang, no, Semen Retention gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro, we gotta power up.